Hello YouTube, it's Michael here. I'm doing a continuation of my rare Xbox 360 games video series. I will say I'm starting to run a little low on suggestions for Xbox 360, and I'm actually kind of surprised how many games I end up getting for the 360. Other than, multi-plat games and stuff, since I pretty much have almost everything that I want on the PS3. Unless I find it incredibly cheap, I probably won't pick it up on the 360. So most of the games I pick up, I only see on the Xbox 360. Now, not all the games that I show are 360 exclusives, and I have to think, at least in Region 1 where I lived in the US, that some of these games were only released on the 360. Now, I know Japan got a lot of stuff on the 360 that we didn't. And not every, there are region-free games, but I don't think that's the norm for Xbox 360. But let me get right into this here. Most of these games I try to pick up pretty cheap and stuff. And I still get surprised on how many games I can still find for the 360. So the first game I'm going to show here is called Blacksite Area 51, published by Midway. It's in a generic case and stuff, pretty bad condition. You can tell it's been sitting at a GameStop for a while because they actually had the sticker on the spine, and when I took the sticker off, it peeled. So they used to do that with all their games, and I'm kind of glad they stopped doing that. But I paid $1 for it, and I paid $1 for it because I haven't seen it in a long time, and I don't think this was made for PS3. I've been looking for it, just keep my eye out for the PS3, and I haven't seen it. So I have to think that maybe this is one of those Xbox games that got a multi-plat in other regions or something. But correct me if I'm wrong. This next game I picked up because I've been looking for it. There are actually, let me see, 2 Crash games for the Xbox 360. And I think you might be able to get some of them maybe on the Wii or something, but there's Crash of the Titans, and oh man, what's the other one? Crash Bash? I don't know. But it's got Crash Bandicoot on it. It's published by Sierra, but I've heard some okay things about this game, and it's not the easiest game to find. I do believe I paid $10 for this, and I've been looking for this game and the other Crash game for the Xbox 360. I've not seen a complete copy of the other Crash game, so I'm keeping an eye out for it. But for $10, I think this will probably be a collectible game down the road, and it's definitely uncommon. And I don't know if it actually plays well or not, but because I haven't put it in personally, but I've seen other people that have enjoyed this. So it's kind of weird seeing Crash on the Xbox, though. This next game I'm showing is called Eternal Sonata. Now I picked this up because it was cheap. I think I paid $3 for it, and I knew the 360 actually got this first. It's one of those games like Enchanted Arms, Eternal Sonata, and then sorry, I'm getting a brain fart. The Tales of Vesperia. It was actually multi-region, but we only got that on the 360. And then, Star Ocean 4, The Last Hope. I think Xbox got all those games first, and PS3 ended up getting other versions of it. So, but this is a action RPG published by Namco. Who is the developer? I used to remember who the developer was, but this is an interesting RPG. I've already played it for the PS3, and it's action RPG, kind of like Tales or Star Ocean, and it's got a really strange story with about the musical composer Frederick Chopin, I don't know. But for $3, I thought it was a worthwhile investment, and there aren't a ton of RPGs on the 360, so that's kind of why I picked it up. Alright, this next game I picked up is called Far Cry Instincts Predator. Actually, I don't remember if I showed this or not. I picked up some really cheap Far Cry games recently for like the Wii and There's another system I picked it up for, so I couldn't remember if I could show this one. It says it's 2 games in 1, so I have to assume it's Far Cry Instinct and Far Cry Predator. It says it's only for the Xbox 360, that's why I picked it up. Another reason, it was $1, so. But from things that I've heard, it's probably not very good. I picked up this game. It's another Xbox 360 exclusive. It's called Naval Assault: The Killing Tide, published by 505 Games. And as you can see, it's got the only on Xbox 360. Now, I don't know much about this game at all. I know there's like Warship Gunner 2 and Warship Gunner for the PlayStation 2 that ended up becoming pretty rare and actually kind of expensive. And I'm not sure if this is going to be one of those. You don't see many naval strategy type games. So this was an interesting title that I have not seen a lot of. I will say this game is probably rare just because it's kind of a strange genre no one's really buying into, and I can't see this game selling very well at all. So I think I paid I can't remember what I paid. It's either $5 or $10, but that's normally a little bit more than what I put in some Xbox 360 games, especially ones that I probably won't play. But the reason being is because I've never seen it before, so it's definitely unique. All right, this next game I picked up actually like the other day, and that's Project Gotham Racing 4, only on Xbox 360. This is the only Project Gotham that I own, except on 360 at least. But this was really cheap. I think it was $2. So I've been really wanting to play Project Gotham Racing. Now I've been told, like I said, I actually haven't played a Project Gotham Racing, and I've been told that they're pretty good. They're more arcadey than like simulation type, as opposed to like Gran Turismo. But this is Xbox's flagship racing game, so it's definitely worth getting. And I picked up some doubles too. Again, I can't remember if I showed this or not, but I had a complete copy of Call to Sep Saga that I actually ordered online because I couldn't find it in store. As soon as I got it, then I found one at GameStop for $10. So that's how that normally works. All right, and I picked up another copy of Cubed because I think it's gone down in price. I think it's only $3 now, and It's got some really unique games. Like I said, I picked up the first one because it had Res HD on it. It's got 2 other games too. But for $3, I thought it was a good deal and a good double to pick up. And I thought this might be a little rare, but I've been seeing more and more of them lately. So I'm definitely going to concede and say that's more uncommon than anything. I also picked up another copy of Table Tennis for $1. This one I picked up because, actually the only reason is because I had the green case, and everything was in really, really good condition, as opposed to my other one was in a generic case. So, still looking for a copy of Table Tennis on the Wii though. And then I picked up 2 copies of Too Human. This makes 4 copies of Too Human. And you might be asking yourself, why am I picking up so many copies of Too Human? Probably because this is the last game that Silicon Knights ever made, and I've really enjoyed Silicon Knights games like the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes and Eternal Darkness both for the GameCube. And there was a lawsuit against us that caused unsold copies of this game to be recalled and destroyed. Now I've heard rumors that there were like 1 million pre-orders for this game, and people weren't happy, and I'm not sure exactly how much of that is true, but I have not found any real evidence on how many copies of this game actually sold. So now, obviously, seeing that I have 4 copies, you have to think it's pretty common. Now, the reason I bought 4 of these copies is because they're only $2 at GameStop, and with information about copies being recalled and destroyed. I have to think this game will become rare down the road, and I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed playing it, and again, for $2, man, I don't think it's a bad investment. I'm actually picking up every copy of Too Human because I feel just my opinion, I feel like it's going to be like a hidden gem, and definitely more collectible down the road. So you can agree with me or disagree with me, it doesn't really matter, but that's what I'm choosing to do with my money and stuff. So I think it's a worthwhile investment to me. Alright, and then this last game I picked up is Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe Collector's Edition. It's complete and stuff too, which is nice, and it's got like a bonus DVD. I'm not going to open it right now, but I checked, it's got like a comic. It's got some other, it doesn't actually have a real case for it. It wasn't packaged with a real case, and I thought I kind of got gypped there, but I paid $20 for this. I thought $20 was a good price, and I picked it up from another vendor at Orlando MegaCon. This was kind of NetherRealm's first attempt to get into the 7th gen before they made the stellar remake of Mortal Kombat 9. But I enjoyed this. I've actually been looking for this for a PS3, like the collector's edition on PS3 rather than 360. But I saw it was complete and in really good condition, so that's why I picked it up. But that's the last game and that I'm going to show for my Xbox 360 update video. I will say, if you can tell here, I'm starting to run out of room for my games, and I'm going to have to buy another shelf. So that's always that always makes you really happy when it's add another shelf. So, but I'll be doing more videos a little more frequently now that I got my car paid off and I have more income and stuff now. But just stick with me, and like I say in other videos, these are merely my opinion. There are other videos that say different things, and I will say, based on area, games can differ quite a lot. So, but I encourage other people to watch other videos, make their own, form their own opinions. By no means am I an expert. I like to consider that I at least know what I'm talking about most of the time. But yeah, watch other videos. I suggested like five or six other content creators in my latest PS3 update video. So, you know, they say a couple of different things, and they also have some of the same games, and they offer some really good insight, and that's all I'm really trying to do, is offer really good insight into this. But thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll be doing more of these videos pretty soon. So I'll see you later.